Hey guys, it's Phoenix. In creative mode, the Pickblock function is very useful. So if you don't know what the Pickblock button is, it's just the scroll mouse button, or the third button mouse. And if you select the chest by pressing it, it will transfer the item into your hotbar. So you essentially duplicated the item. This is not useful in survival because you cannot duplicate items in survival unless you glitch. So if I place the block right next to it, so you can see I've duplicated the item. But there's actually one problem with this. You can see in the original chest I have some MBT data. So it's got a name, awesome chest, and has some items in there. But if you use the Pickblock function, the duplicated item will not have the NBT data preserved. So what I've actually figured out, this is a completely accidental discovery. So if you hold the control button and use the Pickblock button, and then place the item aside, it'll actually preserve the NBT data, which is really useful. So let me show you this again. So if I press the Pickblock and place it aside, it'll be empty. But if I hold the control button and place it aside, it'll preserve the NBT data, which is something I don't think a lot of you know. I certainly didn't know. This was a completely accidental discovery. So if I press E and show you the difference, this is without the control button pressed, and this is with the control button pressed, and it has, as you can see, the plus NBT with the two tags. So this is really useful if you want to create a map and you don't always want to duplicate items with commands or place them manually in the chest or whatever. So let me demonstrate this with a couple more examples. So this is a sign with NBT data attached to it. So if I place it, without the control button, it'll be an empty sign. But if I place it with the control button pressed and place it aside, you can see the text has been preserved. Again, sometimes editing signs can become very stupid and tedious. Sometimes really annoying as well. If you don't want to use commands to do it, this is a very useful thing to do. So just hold the control button and press the Pickblock button. So this also works with command blocks. So there is a command in this command block. So if I Pickblock without the control button pressed, it's an empty command block. But if I hold the control button and press it, it will have the command in it. And I've actually used this a lot when I create my projects, just like the anaconda behind me. It was a very funny video. You should probably go see it. Yeah, so sometimes it's really stupid just using Pickblock and placing the command block down and retyping the command in. I actually use the control Pickblock a lot now. So again, control Pickblock, place it down, and it has the command in it. So this works with any container with NBT data in it. It'll work with signs as well, so dispensers, hoppers, and so on. So they'll work with them as well. Okay, so here are a couple of examples in which the control Pickblock will not work. So I have here, what I have here is an item with an NBT data, which is, basically this is just a block with a custom name. And here I have a mob with NBT data with a powered value of 1. So this is a charge creeper. So let me show you this one first. So if I use the Pickblock button, it will just be the spawn egg for the creeper. So there's no NBT data attached to it, as you can see. But if I hold the control button and Pickblock, it should, but it doesn't actually have the NBT data attached to it. Now, my theory for this is because spawn eggs, I don't think they work very well with NBT tags. You could rename the spawn egg with an anvil, and then if you spawn it, it will spawn the mob with the name. But I don't think a spawn egg is capable of actually handling mob NBT data. So that's just my theory. I'm not sure what it really is. And the second thing that I figured out is it won't work with normal blocks with custom names. I believe there are a lot more examples in which the control Pickblock doesn't work, but here are just a couple. So let me show you this one as well. So here I'm going to place down the Phoenix stone, and I'm going to try and Pickblock with the control button by removing this from my inventory. So I'm going to control Pickblock, and it doesn't have the MBT data. So I believe it's because if you actually place a block down, that doesn't really have a necessary MBT data attached when you place it down. It loses its MBT data. So when you place, for example, if you place a block down with a custom name, it will not have that name anymore. So let me give myself a pickaxe and show you what I mean. So survival mode, and I'm going to actually break this. And as you can see, it's lost its MBT data. So it's no longer called the Phoenix block. So actually, let me get one of these. Oh, crap. Doesn't matter. So if I place the Phoenix stone down and try and mine it, it will actually go to this stack and not this one. So I guess it's just because the block doesn't really have, or doesn't really preserve the MBT data when you actually place it down. And this is different to, like, say, command blocks and signs and chests and things like that. And that's because when you place those down, they actually need to have their MBT data preserved. You can't place a chest down, place items in it, and then place the chest back down and it'll lose its items. That doesn't really make sense. Also with command blocks, if you place the command block down with the MBT data, it needs to keep the command. But for blocks with names, it's not really that important. So that's my theory. I'm not too sure what it really is. So yeah, that's the control Pickblock function. Completely accidental. I didn't really know. I didn't look this up or anything. It was just random, I guess. Hopefully you got something out of this. Again, this is a great tip for creative mode guys. Like, I don't know, if you're a map maker, this will be really, really useful. And if you got something out of it, hopefully you'll give a like or subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.